Mm. If you are watching me now, I'm about to tell you a secret. The August 8th, 2025 Lioness Gate Portal. It's an activation to the codes in our womb spaces that was suppressed by war, religion, and the patriarchy. And guess what? If you are a woman and you tap into your Yoni and you do Yoni breaths, you're going to have a Kundalini activation. And that's going to send signals to your pineal gland and your hypothalamus. And it's going to trigger your throat chakra to be empowered, to speak a truth that is going to shatter the systems that created our suffering and awaken the new way, the new earth, the new vibration. When you think about sacred geometry, the legs of a woman are the two pillars represented in Freemasonry called Jachin and Boaz. They're also represented as duality. They also represent the left path and the right path. The middle path is where all children, every human on this planet had to come through. It is the path of enlightenment. It is the path of integration. It is a path of restoring your power. So if you are a woman, a womb man, you are about to be activated. My voice right now is activating something within you, and it's going to carry on into your dreams. And even if you don't watch this on August the 8th, this is still going to activate you in a way you can't really explain. Now I'll tell you something I learned the hard way. Kundalini awakenings require us to do certain things with our physical body to keep from having negative effects. Okay, and if you don't know what those things are, let me know if you would like to learn. I only invest time in creating content that is connected to people who are actually about this life. And all you got to do is say the word. And once I have enough people to let me know they're interested, I will show you the alchemy that I have been doing with the downloads from the dark goddesses about the deep, shadow, dark, painful energies trapped within my own body. And this is why so many women are having low back pain, hip pain, migraines, neck and shoulder pain, reproductive issues. We're going into perimenopause earlier than usual. That's by design. That's because it's time for us to put men on pause. It doesn't mean that we stop loving them. It means that we start actually putting ourselves first. We start loving ourselves and filling up our cup before we try to give anybody else anything. And this is the initiation of chronic illness, chronic pain, and chronic fatigue that we see moving in waves across the planet right now. This is not simply dis-ease. This is an activation to regain order. And your words, they'll be like sex magic. So you want to make sure that you choose them wisely. Words penetrate the atmosphere. Words create vibration. Words plant seeds of intention. Words create energy. Words are like seamen that swim through the sea of consciousness and create something. What are you speaking? What are you projecting, and how? And for anyone that is abusive to the feminine embodied being on this planet known as the womb man, they're going to have instant karmic consequences. I mean instant. Do you know why? Because all of these years that women have been silently suffering, and all the generations before us that we're silently suffering, that, yeah, that right there set us up for a reset. It set us up so that we could regain our power, so that we can regain our truth, and so that we could speak the wisdom within us that we were unalive for in past timelines, but not this one. And if you're watching me now, you feel the initiation happening. And for the men who dedicate themselves to being the best version of themselves they can possibly be and loving the feminine from their heart, I mean, in ways that they don't even know why. They just know it's important to treat women differently. And for the men that do that, for the men that show up in integrity, with respect, with vulnerability, with honesty, with true empathy, true compassion, true wanting to give and not receive anything in return for any man, any action that he takes to the woman in his life, it's going to break through the 3D matrix prison planet, and they're going to have miracles start to happen.